This is my most recent sketchbook spread, a study of rocks and pebbles. And today I want to take you behind the scenes, so you can see exactly how I made it. I pull out my St. Petersburg watercolors, which I haven't used in a very long time, and I mean for ages. I gave them a little spray on with water to activate the pigments and made a little comfy workstation outside. I collected 3 rocks for this study session. They were small enough to hold in my palm, each with its own texture, color and little patterns on it. I started with my Artix flat paintbrush, which is perfect for flat surfaces like rocks, holding the rock in my left hand and brush in my right. My first attempt was too wet. I tried to do underpainting, but I applied too much water, didn't let it dry enough, and it created this blurry mess. I tried again and again, 3 times with this rock, and somehow all of them look like cars in my eyes. Now I can't unsee it. I don't think I've introduced myself yet. Hi, my name is Sofie, and I decided to overcome my fear of sharing my art and create this channel. It serves me as a visual diary of my life, art and other hobbies, like my interest in bugs and birds, which you can often notice as themes in my work. I try to document the soft and slow parts of my life as a university student of art education and pedagogy, because that's what brings me happiness. I love doing collages and I would like to do them more often. My other favorite mediums are ink pens and other pens like markers, aqua markers, alcohol markers mostly. I don't have that many of acrylic markers. I also like to use acrylic or tempera or charcoal. I share my sketchbook art because I love using my sketchbook. Now I'm working in my Hahnemühle sketchbook. It's an A5 sketchbook. So far I created videos of flip-throughs of my old sketchbooks, showing how I start a sketchbook, few draw with me's, and I'm planning to do detailed sketchbook tours in the future. I also do vlogs where I share my art and the nature of different months, noticing the little things that keeps me happy in a very busy world and time. Now back to the process of this spread. With each rock I painted, I started to get more confident, both with painting rocks and with handling watercolors again. As I said, it's been a very long time since I used them. I had to remind myself how much water to use, how long let the paper rest, how to layer things. And after the 5th rock, I moved to another page, and that's when the things started to look better and click for me. I still held each rock as I painted it to keep my mind from inventing shapes and to really feel the rock surface and texture. Unfortunately, my phone was on this flexible holder thing, and it was wrapped around my shoulders so I could give you the view of what I'm painting and doing. Sadly, I didn't check the angle as I painted the right page. So as you can see the rocks that I'm painting right now. I'm very sorry about that. But even if it's the bad camera angle, the results were starting to look more like actual rocks, not exact replicas of the ones I was holding, but believable rocks-like shapes. The big shift came when I started sticking to just 3 values: the lightest tones of the rock, which was the underpainting of them, the mid-tones, and the darkest shadows and parts of the rock. And instead of layering endlessly, I try to make less strokes, more meaningful ones, to get the overall shape of the rock on the paper. And then, mid-painting, I had little unannounced visitor. This commonly called cinnamon bug or black and red squash bug. In Czech is vroubenkovka červená. It landed on my left hand, stayed for a few seconds as if to inspect my work, and then flew away. After some time, I went back to earlier rocks and tried to improve them based on the things that I learned, but the spread still felt kinda empty for me, and the frustration from the watercolors started to creep in. So I switched to familiar medium of ink pens. I used Sakura Pigma brush pen and later Sakura MICRON 01 pen, and that instantly felt better to my hand. As I worked with ink, the rocks started to feel more alive and looked like actual rocks. I gave the spread a simple title and date. I also added little pebbles in pen, which helped to fill out the spread. And this small pebble somehow ended up looking like a loaf of bread. And I have to laugh about it and smile every time now I see it. I added a few little notes about what I learned and which rocks ended up being my favorite or most rocky. To finish, I added a few small plant doodles like these, just to bring a bit more color to the spread. And let me know in the comments what is your favorite nature subject for sketching, drawing or painting. Mine are plants, birds, bugs and landscapes. I would love to try paint more rocks and textures, like the texture of wood for example. Thank you for being here, take care and keep noticing the little things. Bye bye!